Okay, so I'm delighted to welcome here Alistair McGilligan, manager of Down Camogie, who are competing in the All-Ireland final next week against Laois. Alistair, if you just give us a wee bit of an insight into what type of work and training has gone on throughout the year with these girls, and how difficult has it been?
Probably hasn't been as difficult, probably has been in the past. The girls have been very, very keen, very eager from the very start. At one stage early on this year we had 47 in a panel, and which is lovely from a management point of view, in terms of then knowing that within 47 that you should have and will have a very, very good panel. Having such a large panel created the early stages of competition, so it did made girls realise that they couldn't just suddenly turn up and expect to play for Down. They had to work hard, they had to attend training, they had to perform, and ultimately over the stage from January to the end of May, we were able then to bring our panel then down to the 30 who we thought could commit and follow on the job.
And then, just Alistair, with a week to go, obviously now it's more about fine tuning. How's that been going for you?
It's been going very well. Been very, very lucky with the weather, lucky with the facilities and Castlewellan and Clonduff here, in terms of the lights, which make it much easier for us to train. There is less natural light, so we're very, very happy that those clubs have stood up to help out. In terms of the preparation, again now we're probably tonight and Sunday are probably the last heavy-ish sessions. Next week's really all of it tapering down, maybe more focusing on the minds and focusing on anything else. But we have been working on getting the winning ball, releasing ball quickly, and most certainly trying to increase the distance of our striking in terms of relation to the pitch at Croke Park.
And just looking then towards your opponents for the final Laois, how do you view their chances, their strengths, and what are the weaknesses you'll be looking to exploit?
Well, certainly Laois and ourselves over these last 3 years have won. Laois have won a game, we have won a game, Laois have won a game, we have won a game, so there's very, very little between the sides. Ultimately it really comes down to the old cliche of who performs well in the day. There's very, very little between the sides in terms of recent results. We beat them by 4 points in the league earlier on in the year. They beat us by a point in the early stages of the championship. So most certainly you must look at Sir Anne Fitzgerald. She scored 110 out of 312 in the semi-final. Ultimately, if you're a manager or a coach and you can say that you can even cut that in half or less, you're giving yourself a fair chance. So ultimately, if you're picking out one player to look for, Sarah Anne Fitzgerald is it. Ultimately, you're looking at a team of Laois who were beaten a final last year, we were beaten a final 2 years ago, so in reality, it'll probably come down to hunger.
And just then, finally, Alistair, what would a win do for Down Camogie at this stage? Obviously, bearing in mind you've lost a couple of finals at this stage.
I think it'll be a big release for a lot of the girls. There's a lot of girls there who, even from 2004, 10 years ago, were playing Cork in a final. And probably if you'd have said to Ciara McGovern and Lisa McCrickard and Vanilla Carn, Catherine McGordy, you'd still be waiting 10 years to win your All-Ireland medal. Nobody would have believed you. I think ultimately it'll be a big release for them. It'll be a big reward, most certainly, for them, for their work, their effort, their commitment over these years. Ultimately, for the development of Down Camogie, it moves Down Camogie to the next level, where if you're comparing intermediate Division 2 league, we got to the final this year. I think, and probably Laois, I think should think the same. The step up to intermediate is where you want to be. I think we can be very, very competitive there. Two teams that won the last two Junior All-Irelands were Meath and Kildare, both in the intermediate semi-finals this year. So I don't think a win this year, as I say, will take us to the next level, where I think ultimately Down can compete and can compete very well.
Well, listen, Alistair, that's been brilliant. Just like to wish on behalf of Ulster Council, yourself and the girls best of luck, and hopefully you'll be taking the title home after next week's game.
Hopefully.
All the best, Alistair.
All right.
Thank
Cheers
you.
now. Thank you.